Just a fantastic result right there from Evil Geniuses, and you hear Apathy say, you know, for us, this is about making playoffs. Joe, it's results like that which could make that actually possible.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we talk about Unilad being spliced. This is just as important for Evil Geniuses. If they're able to get a few wins against those teams that aren't in the race, they put the pressure on the other guys. So now there's pressure on E United coming up next against Luminosity to try to take that series. So every single win they get, you know, it's going to put them in a better spot.
It's a fantastic result, of course, and we'll go ahead and break that one down for you. But Phil, I think it's fair to say, coming into that, no one expected a 3-0.
No.
I mean, wow, what just happened?
I mean, straight away, no one expected really EG to take the victory, let alone in the fashion that they did. However, kind of going through it, I like the way kind of EG started. They were very kind of on foot. For me, I wanted to look at Envy. I know sometimes it discredits how good EG played there, but it was just odd. Like, we went from Atlanta, obviously, where Classic for me was, you know, so good. He was actually stood out in a team where usually he is that kind of under-the-radar player. And kind of towards this series and through this series, he kind of like started so well, as you can see, 23 and 18, but I pointed out one player as consistent. I was like, you know what you're getting, and that was Slasher. We didn't get that. And I know Dox is more your SMG kind of gameplay, but I don't know. Slasher, for me, he usually still puts up the big numbers.
I guess the question, Joe, in map 1 here, was this just a dominant EG or a sloppy Team Envy?
I'll tell you what, I watched a couple of EG's matches, and they've played London Dox a lot, and this is just one where they all can contribute very well. I think this is just a great team performance from Evil Geniuses. A couple of times I watched it as well, it seems like Aches is very comfortable on that SMG role. And how long have we been saying Pat needs to run that sub? He
3
needs
years?
to play very, very... If he's able to do that and play aggressive with his team, like Apathy is able to give them more help, and this team can be great.
Yeah, fantastic result there in game 1, but it didn't stop there, of course. We head over to Search and Destroy, our map 2, and EG keep the pressure on. And it is bizarre, Phil. Kind of, as you say, like, what, days ago we were in Atlanta, we were watching this Team EnVyUs squad play, and we really get to see a lot of times their true potential, but EG came out here and they just look so comfortable.
Yeah, and I think the key word you used there is potential, and we all knew that this EG line had tons of it. You know, those 4 names on that roster, they've all been at the top, and they have for a long time, and then suddenly they're, you know, classed as a top 12 or a top 8 team, if you like, and people just overshadowed them. And that's just been the way that it has been. You know, there's no denying that. But potential for these guys is very, very high. If they are all playing amazingly, if they find the roles, and I think that was the key thing with EG, is finding that role. Right. It seems to be clicking a little bit better here. I think definitely the pressure was, I don't know. Envy, they're pretty much nearly secure, okay? So they don't have to put on that kind of that super impressive performance. EG, they came here with a lot on the line. Big, obviously, win for Unilad. Makes it even tougher for them. So picking up the W here is huge, and against Envy, even better.
Most definitely does. Of course, App there with the 14-3 stat line. Joe, former teammate of yours once upon a time. What's it like when you have a teammate like that that can just go off and search?
It's a great time. I don't know what else you want me to say. When he's able to do that, you know, he's a beast. He has a ton of sort of, you know, individual talent on it. We've just been waiting for it. I think Phil made a great point. Sort of the roles of this team. See, Nameless is now the main AR, so that puts a lot more pressure on Enable and Aches to run those submachine guns. But so far, so good for EG.
Oh, we'll take a look at Game 3 now as well, because this is where the series came to an end. Of course, EG, they had a lead, of course, at the end of regulation time, what, about the final minute or so. Envy mounting the comeback. It does go to OT, Phil. I was a little worried for the Evil Geniuses, guys. I thought this could be potentially where you see that swing in the game and the reverse sweep could happen. Yeah, and
Envy's very capable of it. They did it at Atlanta more than once. And, yeah, you see that CTF go in favor of them. And I'm not going to lie to you, Ben. When I was talking about Hardpoint, I was saying Classic didn't have a great game. It was not the Hardpoint. It was the CTF where he was a little bit slow. We got those consistent numbers from Slasher. I actually thought that EG could have closed this out a little bit more convincingly. Yeah. When they started so hot, they started that kind of streak. This was kind of funny and interesting how you found the team kill, tried to get airborne, eventually got stunned. There was no way that flag was going in, even with the stun. Whoever had that flag, whether team kill came in or not, none of them I don't think had armored, but apart from that, we see EG 3-0 sweep. Not only great for them as a team, but it's that percentage, that head-to-head as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like just coming into this game, it just felt like EG wanted it more. They knew how important it was. You could hear the energy on the stage. Envy, even after game 1, they kind of had that look where we talked about Temp, you know, on hot mic, like after post games, like you guys just look pretty much angry at each other. Like they're trying to figure out what's going wrong, and that's can be the issue with this Team EnVyUs lineup. Sometimes the good can go bad very quick.
Well, a fantastic result for EG, of course. 3-0 over Team EnVy. Congratulations to them, and our predictions for the day completely out the window at this point.
Yeah, at least we're all together, you know?
Yeah, that's true. If we're going down, we're going